What if everything you've ever believed about control is an illusion? We spend our lives clinging to the need to control our circumstances, believing that by holding on tightly, we can keep the chaos of the world at bay. We control our time, our relationships, our work, our emotions. But what if I told you that in trying to control everything, you're actually losing your greatest power? The truth is, control is an illusion. The more we grasp, the more we lose. We confuse control with safety, thinking that by holding everything in place, we can avoid uncertainty and pain. But this constant need to control only feeds our fear, our anxiety, and keeps us locked in a cycle of resistance. It's time to realize that true strength isn't in holding on, it's in letting go. Letting go is not weakness. It's the ultimate act of strength. It's the ability to surrender to the flow of life, to trust that the world can unfold without our constant interference. The paradox is that the more we let go of control, the more we open ourselves to freedom, growth, and empowerment. In this video, we will explore the illusion of control, why we cling to it, what it's costing us, and how letting go can unlock the true power we've been seeking all along. We've all heard the phrase, control what you can. It sounds empowering, doesn't it? The idea that by holding on to certain aspects of our lives, we can navigate through challenges and uncertainties. But what if I told you that this belief is at the core of so many of our struggles? What if the very thing we are clinging to, the need for control, is what's keeping us trapped in anxiety, fear, and limitation? Psychologically, our need for control stems from a deep-rooted fear of uncertainty. As human beings, we crave stability and predictability. These give us a sense of security. But the world doesn't always work this way. Life is unpredictable, chaotic, and often outside of our control. So, what do? We try to control the uncontrollable. We control our surroundings, our environment, our routines, our relationships, all in an attempt to create a sense of order. But the truth is that this attempt to control everything only leads to more stress and frustration. The more we try to control, the more we feel disconnected from the present moment, because we are constantly planning for what might happen next, rather than living fully in the now. The illusion of control keeps us trapped in a fear-based mentality. We think that by managing everything around us, we can avoid pain or discomfort. But what we're really doing is resisting the natural flow of life. We forget that life is meant to be fluid, that it's in the uncertainty and unpredictability where growth, change, and true transformation occur. Control can give us a false sense of power, but it also keeps us from tapping into the greater flow of life, a flow that can guide us towards freedom, inner peace, and the realization of our potential. The first step in letting go of control is acknowledging that we cannot control everything and that it's okay to surrender. When we are caught in the need to control every aspect of our lives, we often don't realize the toll it's taking on our emotional, psychological, and even physical well-being. The truth is, control comes at a steep price. It may give us a temporary sense of safety, but in the long run, it limits our potential and holds us back from real growth. At its core, the desire for control is rooted in fear of failure, fear of the unknown, and fear of vulnerability. We hold on to control because we believe that without it, we'll be swallowed by chaos. But the more we try to manage every aspect of our existence, the more we stifle the very thing that makes life meaningful: spontaneity and discovery. The need to control becomes an emotional and mental burden. It creates stress, anxiety, and a constant feeling of tension because there is always something or someone beyond our control. We end up feeling trapped in a cycle of over-planning and overcompensating, believing that every detail needs to be perfect in order for us to feel secure. But this constant striving for control doesn't lead to peace. It leads to exhaustion and frustration. We become so focused on making everything go according to plan that we miss the beauty of what is happening in the present moment. Our desire for control keeps us locked in a perpetual state of resistance to the natural ebb and flow of life. The hidden cost of control is that it cuts us off from real growth. True growth isn't about knowing everything or having all the answers. It's about embracing uncertainty, allowing things to unfold naturally, and having the courage to step into the unknown. The more we try to control, the less we allow life to surprise us, to challenge us, and to push us toward new heights of personal transformation. Letting go is often misunderstood. In a world that prizes control and achievement, surrender is often seen as a weakness, a form of giving up. But what if true strength doesn't lie in holding on, but in the courage to release? What if the ultimate act of strength is surrendering to the flow of life, trusting that everything will unfold as it's meant to? Surrender is not about quitting or becoming passive. It's about accepting what is, no matter how uncertain, uncomfortable, or uncontrollable it may feel. Surrendering doesn't mean letting go of your ambitions, your goals, or your responsibilities. It means letting go of the need to control every outcome, every circumstance, every emotion. It's the realization that life is unpredictable, and the more we try to grasp onto it, the more we hold ourselves back from experiencing true freedom. When we embrace surrender, we release our resistance to life's challenges. We stop fighting against the current, and instead, we learn to flow with it. This doesn't mean we become passive observers. Rather, we become active participants in the process of life, responding to situations rather than reacting out of fear or anxiety. True strength comes from trusting the journey and knowing that every experience, even the difficult ones, is part of a greater plan for growth. Surrender is the ultimate form of self-trust, the belief that life will guide you exactly where you need to go. It's the recognition that control is an illusion, and in the act of letting go, you allow space for the universe to work through you, to guide you toward your higher self. When we let go of the need to control, we are free to experience life as it truly is, full of possibility, growth, and endless opportunities for transformation. Surrendering isn't passive. It's an active choice to step into your true power by releasing the grip of fear and control. When we finally surrender, we make room for something truly transformative to occur. The unlocking of our true potential. It's in this space of release, when we no longer feel the need to control every aspect of life, that we can truly connect with our authentic self. Letting go of the illusion of control brings peace, clarity, and a profound sense of alignment with the flow of life. Think about the moments in your life when you let go in, you stopped trying to force something to happen and simply allowed yourself to be. Those moments often bring unexpected freedom. Surrender opens the door to living fully in the present without the weight of worry about the future or regret about the past. It is in this space of openness that we find inner peace, a deep sense of calm that comes from realizing that not everything needs to be figured out or controlled. The power of surrender lies in trusting the process of life, knowing that the universe or life itself is guiding you. It is not about giving up on your dreams or losing direction, but about allowing the path to reveal itself, instead of forcing it to conform to your rigid expectations. When we stop trying to micromanage every detail of our existence, we free ourselves to grow in ways that we may never have anticipated. In this act of release, we find our true potential emerges not from the constraints of control, but from the natural flow of life. By surrendering, we align ourselves with a greater power, one that moves us beyond the limits of our conditioned selves. When we stop resisting, we become available to the deeper wisdom that resides within us, and we open ourselves to transformative growth. Surrender allows us to recognize that we are part of a much larger whole, and when we release our need to control, we find peace in trusting life and moving through it with ease and acceptance. There comes a point in every journey of self-discovery when the realization hits: you are not defined by your past. Your mistakes or the limitations you once believed were insurmountable. The final awakening is the moment when you truly embrace the wholeness of your being, understanding that you are more than your story. You are more than the roles you've been conditioned to play, the fears you've carried, and the expectations placed upon you. This awakening is not a destination, but a process of constant integration. It's the realization that all parts of you, your light and your shadow, your successes and failures, your joys and pains are integral pieces of who you are. When you fully embrace your true self, you step into your power and live authentically, free from the chains of the victim identity and the need for control. Embracing your true self means accepting imperfection. It means acknowledging your wounds, your mistakes, and your vulnerabilities, and seeing them not as weaknesses, but as sources of strength. They are the very aspects of your being that allow you to connect deeply with others and experience life in its fullness. The final awakening is about realizing that you are already whole, that you have always been whole, and the journey has been one of remembering that wholeness. When you finally awaken, you release the fear of being inadequate. You stop measuring yourself against others. Stop trying to live up to external standards, and instead live in alignment with your own truth. This is the power of awakening. The freedom to be who you were always meant to be, unencumbered by external expectations and the illusions of control. In this final awakening, you reclaim your authenticity. You stop living as a reflection of others' ideas of who you should be, and instead choose to express yourself freely as you are in this moment. You are the author of your own story, and it's only when you truly embrace this power that you can begin to create the life that aligns with your deepest soul's calling. If this video has resonated with you and you feel ready to begin rewriting your own story, make sure to subscribe to this channel and hit the like button to support our journey together. The process of rewriting your life story begins with awareness and action, and I'm here to help you every step of the way. Now, ask yourself, what's the first chapter of your new story? You have the power to create the life you truly deserve.